Here we go. Good morning, everybody. Hello, I'm Claire Louise Hay from BeHealing.com. Welcome to Psychic Cafe. How's my makeup looking today? I watched some tutorials yesterday on contouring. I got a contour palette ages ago and I gave up. I gave up hope, trying to figure it all out. But I watched a tutorial and she was talking about like aging faces and how to use makeup to kind of lift them up. And it was Nikki something, LaRose or something like that. She's really good. I've never seen her before. Anyway, all of these top tips and everything, and I thought, I'm going to try them out. So I was just barefaced yesterday, but I tried a bit of the contouring out, just like on my bare face, and it looked a real mess. So I thought, no, I'm going to try it, and it's, what do you think? I think I've done an okay job. It's a bit different than I usually wear anyway. Learning. It's good to learn, isn't it? New tips and new tricks. You can teach an old dog new tricks after all. How is everybody? Let's do some mini reads. I don't think we've got any in. I can't remember. Oh. We did that one. Did we? Did I do that one? Let me just see. Yeah, that was... Ignore me, I just didn't delete it out of the folder. Hey Maria. No, there's no in. If you want to get one of the one question readings, you're very welcome to do that right now while I'm live. I've popped the link there in the live chat. But apart from that, let's get some cards out for the collective, for those of us wanting to get into a healthy relationship. And drink coffee. Let's drink coffee as well. I bought new coffee yesterday. I went to the supermarket and I bought 3 different new to me types of coffee beans. I'll try those out. What I'm doing is half and half again now. I've gone half caffeine, half decaf. I found some kind of nice decaf beans, but sometimes it's nice to have a bit of caffeine. Let's get some cards out. So, what do we want to know about today? What should we talk about? Relationships. Tell us what's going on, please, guys, or what we need to know. Fool, start of something new. Taking a risk as well. Taking a risk on it. The Fool card. When we go into something new, and there's no guarantees, and it's a risk. It's always a risk getting into something new. But we've got to take it, right? I mean, not too risky. Haven't the guides been teaching us to be more discerning, to choose better for ourselves and all of that? There's a new way of doing a wing as well. Wings are really scary when you've got really hooded, floppy eyes. But she was saying there's this way of doing it. I tried it and it's kind of worked. You look directly ahead in the mirror and put the wing on. And then you lift it up and then fill in all the gaps, because there will be a lot of gaps on eyes like mine. And then you don't do it all the way into the middle. You tight line at the bottom so it brings it up more. I think it has changed the shape slightly. I don't know, I'm interested. I'm interested in trying all these different things out. Like I said before, it's such a shame that I've only just got into makeup in the last couple of years. Well, now my eyes are like really, really hooded. Well, they've always been hooded, but now they're real saggy too. And I did used to have makeup, but I had a brown shadow and like a tan glittery one, and from Urban Decay, like singles that could stack on top of each other. I bought them in my 20s. And I've been using those until like recently. Until recently. I had no idea what I was doing with them. I couldn't even tell you looking back. I had no clue. I didn't know what I was doing with makeup at all. You've never been able to do wings. I'm getting better at it. I am getting better at it. And if you can see, my eyes are really hooded, like really. I've got lots of folds there. But why not, hey? These are not baggy eyes. Why not try it? We've got the Nine of Pentacles next. The Nine of Pentacles is the card of single and independent. It's the one that's ready. It's the one that's ready for a relationship when you're single and independent and you're happy in yourself and all of that kind of thing, which is the Nine of Pentacles energy, achieving by ourselves and all of that. However, there is an added complication when you're in this energy of, do I want all that BS that relationships bring? You know, it makes us more discerning, that's for sure, about relationships, doesn't it? Because when we're in a happy place by ourselves, we won't just let anyone in, disturb our happiness. Got to be someone that adds to it. So starting something new from this Nine of Pentacles energy, the Eight of Pentacles, going backwards. Eight of Pentacles is reaping the rewards from the work that we've put in. Now, the work that we're putting in when we're talking about relationships, it's the inner work, right? Of figuring ourselves out, how we were blindly going into relationships before without realizing what we were doing wrong, or how we were picking wrong, or what we were just kind of ignoring, or what issues we had inside of ourselves that made us cling to the wrong kind of thing and the wrong kind of person, or try and make something work when it wasn't right, or whatever the hell it was we were doing, and a mixture of probably all of them. And that seemed like, for the work that we put in the relationship, you know, the hard work in the relationship to try and make something that wasn't going to work, we put that work in up front instead, in ourselves, figuring ourselves out, clearing all that stuff out so that we have half a chance of having a healthy relationship once we get into one. So the Eight of Pentacles is when we reap the rewards for that work that we've put in. Always better done up front than done in relationships. I mean, we have to do some of it in relationships, right? Otherwise we wouldn't have the ammunition, I was going to say. The clues. If we've never even tried to get in relationships, we wouldn't have the clues. If we didn't keep on doing those things that we keep on doing over and over again that don't work, then we wouldn't have that. We wouldn't have the clues. We wouldn't know what to work on. So we've needed to do it, you know. It's a free list. You keep on coming here talking about free lists, and I don't know what you're talking about. Are there psychics that do these kind of shows saying that there's a free list or something like that? I don't do it for free. You can book one though. You're very welcome to. Or you can just enjoy the free cards that are coming out for the collective. There's hope, says the star. Hopeful. And I think we can be hopeful once we've done that inner work, right? We can hope. I'm hopeful about myself now. I'm hopeful that I am extremely likely to pick the right person now and not be blind or needy or all the things that I used to be. I'm hopeful about myself more than anyone else. Sure, I'm hopeful that someone's going to show up. Someone's kind of showing up at the moment for me. It's everywhere. It's like the universe is trying to collide us. I went to training yesterday morning. I went out of the house twice. Bumped into him once. My face does look different. It's looking different to me. So we can have hope because we've done the work, and we'll reap the rewards back. Of course we will, because we'll make better decisions for ourselves. And the Three of Wands, all we need to do is wait for that ship to come in, the one that is the right one for us. And that's going to be specific to you, right? Who's right for me won't be right for you. I said it in the energy update today, the fun energy update with all the balloons today. We've got to stop convincing ourselves, stop telling ourselves the bullshit story that we're right for everyone. Have you got friends like that? There's someone on my, she's just a Facebook friend. I'm pretty sure I've never talked to her. But her, I don't know why, I always see her updates. You know, like usually when you don't interact with someone, you don't see their updates anymore, but I see hers. And it's always like she gets probably in a different relationship every 3 months or something like that. And then she's devastated after a couple of weeks when it breaks up. And it's always posts about they couldn't see she was the right one for them. It's like, hang on a minute, you're not the right one for everybody. You're the right one for all of these people every 3 months. That just doesn't make sense. Does it? It doesn't make sense. We're not the right ones for everybody. We're not right and everyone else wrong. Now we're specific. And although men might be a little bit more based on looks and stuff like that, so they think they might be able to make it work with just anybody as long as that physical attraction is there, it's not true. And they probably think that because women have just been doing so much work in relationships anyway to try and make it work, to smooth things over, to manage their emotional states as well as our own emotional states and all of that stuff, you know. You missed the card before the Three of Wands. It was the Star. It was hope. We've got hope. Got an itchy eyebrow. Itchy eyebrow. So the more work we do, the more we can trust ourselves. And the more we should be able to see what our old bullshit stories about ourselves were as well. Carly, hello. Thank you for booking in, Carly. Carly asks, is it time to let go and walk away or try again? That's a good question. Carly, is it time to let go? Yes, it's time to let go. It's always time to let go though. You can't lose when you let go. I should have perhaps asked it the other way around. You know what I mean? You can't lose when you let go, even if something is going to move ahead. You can't lose when you let go. I'm about to close the curtains before I get your cards out. Carly, the sun is starting to come in. It's getting too bright. Oh, Chicken hasn't shown up for quite a few days now. It's because she's really on her way out now. She is so thin. She sits by the pool all day, and so I go out and see her, and she doesn't even have the energy to come over here and see me anymore. Poor little thing. And when I go up to her now and I call her name, she doesn't look around or anything. She's pretty much non-responsive. She's looking like an old lady cat. Very, very skin, so very frail. So sad. I would say she's got days left. I just had a plate of biscuits for her. Sat there for days and she's not been in for them. It's sad, but we've had a lot of time to get used to it. Carly. Time to let go. And isn't that beautiful? Isn't this beautiful? Connection, let go and flow. Just let go and go with the flow. Like I said, you can't lose with letting go. You just can't lose with letting go. And it's hard for us to do because of our emotions and our emotional attachments to people. We want to somehow stay in control and kind of make it work. And we want to be, in control more than we need to be. And when it's kind of impossible, when it's not working, we need to let go. What am I trying to say? When we're trying to force something to happen, or when we're just like trying different things out, or if I focus on this, or what if I try this? And nothing seems to be happening, that means it's definitely time to let go. And go with the flow. So let go of that connection. And how can you do that? Well, you can try and think of them last, try and distract yourself. You can do things like cord cutting meditations. They're good to do. Just type in that. Yeah. Poor little thing. I miss her so much. Already miss her so much. Oh, take the risk and prepare. So, this is good, Carly. Take the risk. Take the risk of letting go. Yeah, it feels risky, doesn't it, to stop persisting in something perhaps that we've put a lot of energy into. But prepare sounds really good to me. It's like next. Prepare yourself for what's next. Prepare yourself for something better. Prepare yourself for what would be really fulfilling for you. Time to move on, Carly, for sure. There's your answer. Okay, let's get back to the cards. Are you in here live, Carly? Just pop a message if you are. If you're not, I'll send an email. So I did it about 10 past. Hey, Antoinette. Oh, is that you, Aussie sports fan? Carly? Five of Pentacles is next. The Five of Pentacles is the... Okay. The Five of Pentacles is the card of persisting, of taking the uncomfortable walk in the snow because you know where you're headed, you know where you want to go, and you're not stopping to rest. You're not going for the comfortable option of that church. You keep on going toward where you're going, even though it's uncomfortable, persisting. That's what it is. Hello, Barbara. The Five of Pentacles. It can have you feeling left out, but generally, to me, it's more a card of determination, of I'm going to get myself there, you know, change. Change. It's a 5-2, change. Keep on going, you'll get yourself there. It comes after the Three of Wands, which is the card of waiting for that right person. One day I was walking on the beach, probably about a month ago, and I said to myself, when I saw somebody, I'm like, universe, why not someone like that? Anyway, there's someone like that. It seems to be appearing everywhere now for me. How do you move on from people who bring you down, don't support you? Oh, they're the easiest to move on from. They're the easiest ones to move on from. Like, why would you have someone like that in your life? Just turn your back on them. Yeah, I believe you deserve better. Like that, I really believe they are the easiest ones. I'll tell you the hardest ones. The hardest ones to let go of are the ones that are good for you. The hardest ones to let go of are the ones that are good for you, but still not in alignment in some way. So this is, and it's not just about people too. When you get more self-loving and you're on this up and up kind of path, making better decisions for yourself, there comes a point where we still need to let go. For movement forward, we still need to let go of things, but now we don't have anything shit in our lives to let go of. We have to let go of the good stuff in order to make space, whether it's people or jobs or you know, and that is trickier. But yeah, when it's people that are bad for you, what makes you want to keep hold of them, Antoinette? You feel like you've got some kind of duty or something to them. We don't. If anything is our duty, it's to help people to actualize themselves, to progress themselves. And we don't do that by taking people's lessons away from them or by giving them false feedback. So in other words, if they're being an asshole and we stick around and try and love them, that's false feedback for them, right? Not going to learn anything with that. What have we got here? Page of Pentacles. Yeah, sometimes I just like pick cards out and they're there in my hands and I don't know how I got there. I'm doing it completely like automatically. The Page of Pentacles. Small starts, slow starts, little offers, slow. It's good. Something's going to start off slowly. I'm going to the other island tomorrow, and the dailies that I recorded are a bit worrying for me. You'll see in the next 2 days, because today's said determined to travel, right? And then after that I was thinking, oh yeah, I'm going away tomorrow. Determined to travel. Okay. Then tomorrow's has something about travel, and the next day is too, and it's not good. And we've got Friday the 13th as well, and it's not good. It's like, be really careful. There's warnings in the next 2 days of being really careful, especially around travel. I'm like, oh, how? I'm going to the dentist on the other island. Like, so very rare that there's readings like that, you know, with warnings in. And it happens to be about travel on the days that I'm going away. Scary. Do I think you're stupid? No, I don't think you're stupid. I think there's conditioning. I think there's conditioning there, because if you're stupid, then I was stupid too. I'd put up with all kinds of things. And not only that, but I would choose the same kind of people. Choose the same kind of people over and over again. You know, because my family are really abusive. Like, the more there's like really good psychological teachers out there, you know, on podcasts and stuff like that, I'll hear a bit of the stuff that they're saying, and the more I realise, wow, yeah, even though a lot of it was subtle in my family, a lot of it wasn't subtle too. There was so much abuse in there. And I kept on picking those same kind of people for more, until I realised I'm just trying to make my family love me. I'm picking the same kind of people as them, and then trying to love them and trying to get them to love me this time instead of abuse me. It's not stupidity that makes us do that. It's conditioning, and you just got to get to the bottom of it. Why do you feel compelled to do that? That was what it was for me. A lot of it was, I want them to love me this time. It's like me trying to prove lovable. As if my family could love anyone. Right? They really can't. They're like that with everyone. They're like that with everyone. And when I realised that, it's like, oh, it wasn't about me. It wasn't my problem. They weren't just abusing me. They were abusing each other and everyone else too. It's not about me. I just had to extricate from myself from the situation, and then figure out how and why I kept on being the pull to those same kinds of people. And it's just because of familiarity. And it really helped to stop drinking as well, because that's how I ended up with the same kind of people. Is that the messed up people are the ones that are like using stuff to numb out, you know. The ones that haven't dealt with the stuff are using that, and that was me too. So but in those places where they're doing those kind of things, drinking, that's the people I was meeting. They were feeling familiar, and I had to break free of all of that. It's a pattern, yeah. So no stupidity involved in it. Just, this is what the work's about. This is what the inner work's about. To figure yourself out and break free of it, so that you can make clear decisions for yourself without all of that automation that we've got, conditioning that we've got behind it. And it really just set you free. Really does set you free. Like, so much. Like, even the conditioning of we should be in a relationship, otherwise we're not lovable and there's something wrong with us, right? Even that conditioning, that where people are going, what's wrong with Claire? She's not had a relationship for years. You know, like people on this island are like, why are you single? It's almost like people, if you're good looking, people don't expect you to be single. They expect you to be like with a different person every week. And they don't get it. And it's like, well, if you love yourself, you're not just going to go for anyone, right? There's nothing wrong with it. There's nothing wrong with being single and waiting for the right person, if they show up. So there's all kinds of conditions, you know, but they're coming from like anxiety. Everyone's anxious of like, oh, actually, you know, what do I look like to everyone else? I'm not lovable, and everyone's going to know I'm not lovable, and I need to find myself someone. I shouldn't be alone. What's wrong with me? I'm alone. All of that shit that we tell ourselves is just not true. Now we have all the body dysmorphia too. Seeing it so much. And I know body dysmorphia. I know because especially with those that get lean. Once you get lean, like I was doing Muay Thai for the love of it, but it changed my body considerably. And I got really lean, a six-pack and all of that kind of thing, and experienced it. you don't see yourself. Well, I don't even have a mirror anyway. I don't have a mirror, which kind of helps, I think. But when I do see myself in a mirror, like at the gym, I'm like, wow, I look great. But I don't realize that in the back of my mind, I'm thinking that I'm not looking great. It's weird. It's weird. The body dysmorphia. And we've all experienced it, right? There's those memes, right? I wish I was as thin as I was back then when I thought I was fat. That's what it is. We can't see ourselves clearly, even physically. It's so bizarre. All of this judgment, you know, judging ourselves, and it's so sneaky. And it's in, we think it's society, we think it's everyone else around us, but it's like everyone's anxious and everyone's thinking the same thing of like, saw a meme yesterday, said, the big secret is that nobody feels like an adult. Oh, that's true, isn't it? Nobody feels like an adult. Ooh, we've got 45 new directions. I love the colours of these cards. 45 new directions. I'm not really familiar with these cards. I'm going to read it out. Departure, new perspectives, goodbyes. A dandelion is an airship travelling through the sky with a top hat as the basket. These men are flying away in. A dandelion is an airship travelling through the sky with a top hat as the basket. These men are flying away in. One man jumps out the basket and sails off on a flying dandelion seed. It takes him far away, while the other men wave goodbye and wish him well. This story illustrates endings and departures that are necessary to gain new perspective in life. That's not what happens. That's not what happens. We're in that basket and we get hold of a dandelion thingy. We float away in a new direction. They don't all wave and go, oh, good, look, we're really happy for you. No, they don't. They try and drag you backwards and go, oh, you're wrong for doing that. People do not like change. And when we go off in our own direction, there's very few people that are sorted enough in themselves to be happy for us. Very few. I would probably say that there's probably more on this island. I think there's more people on this island who have found happiness in themselves. You can't see yourself clearly, Barbara. I don't think any of us can. It's very tricky to. I lived in Uganda for a while and there was no mirrors. No mirrors. I didn't see myself for a couple of months and I had a tiny little mirror. I was still putting mascara. I had a tiny little mirror, you know, just with a makeup thing. And that was really interesting. Yeah, not looking at ourselves in the mirror. And they would do each other. Like, one of the girls there, she worked at the orphanage there, ladies I should say, and she was probably early 20s. She and I were friends. We couldn't speak the same language, but we were friends, and she would do my hair. So yeah, they'd kind of preen each other, which is really nice. But yeah, without mirrors, it's very interesting. This story illustrates endings and departures that are necessary to gain new perspectives in life. It takes courage to change direction and abandon old habits, yes. But if you're bold enough, you can fly towards something new, a dream, a place, even yourself. Isn't that nice? I love it. Letting go of the old us. It takes courage, yes. Sometimes we've got to take that risk, right? And let go. Whether there are people around us waving us off or not, waving us off or sticking a finger up at us, which has been my experience mostly. People can sometimes pretend to be happy. Some people have been happy for me when I've moved on, but generally no. Generally people are wanting to cling or judge me for making decisions, new decisions. Because when we make new decisions, we cause fear in them. They put themselves in our shoes and go like, I wouldn't do that, because they're not doing that. So really it's just about them. Not about us. Protective nest. Look, under a skirt there. There's an egg. An egg under a skirt. Protective nest. Nurture, motherhood, protector, incubation. Belaying her serene expression, this woman is hatching more than just creative thoughts. She is the mother, creator of all. The giant bird's nest on her head holds 3 eggs and an older bird, already born into the world. Under her skirt there's a glimpse of a large egg. This card symbolises motherhood, protection of children, and how children develop under a mother's care. Be aware of how your actions or words can affect a fledgling soul. But I think this is more about us being fledgling souls. Stepping into the new, new direction, newbie kind of an energy, and protecting ourselves through that and nurturing ourselves through that. That's another thing too, Antoinette, is when you break away from those people that aren't good for you. The people that are good for you are kind of scary. It feels scary to be around them, and they're the least scary people, but we're scared because it's like unknown to us and it's new. It's like this person that seems to be really good and kind and nice. What have they got wrong with them kind of thing? I'm scared of them. And to allow ourselves to be that newbie kind of an energy. And it's very humbling when we can put ourselves in new situations and new energies and just kind of, allow ourselves to be new like that, and to be a fledgling, and to be not knowing what we're doing yet and learning, and just open like a sponge, like a child, open like a sponge to the new energies and seeing what's there for us. Protective nest. So we've got to nurture ourselves while we're headed in these new directions. It's powerful. First card coming out being the Fool card, and that first card in these being the New Directions card. And then the journey to get us there. Love of adventure, curiosity, appreciation. Yeah, that's our newbie kind of an energy. You've just got to be curious, right? And the feeling of being like the most intelligent in the room, or the one, that's our comfort zone, right? So sometimes we can stay around abusive people for that very reason, because like we're the one with the awareness. To be around people that are equally aware or more aware than us is scary. It's a scary position to put ourselves in. So we stay around the known to be the most aware in the room, or whatever, the most emotionally intelligent person in the room, or whatever it is. It's our comfort zone, but that's our ego, right? That is our ego wanting to do that. Putting ourselves amongst those that are more intelligent than us, those that have got more emotional intelligence than us, those that, are healthier than us, deal better with other people and communities, those that are healed, or perhaps never had anything massive to heal from. When we put ourselves in situations with people like that, we've got to be open to learning, because there is something to learn from them. You've got to be curious, right? And ignore the egos tapping us on the shoulder going, wouldn't you just like to be like the best in the room again and go back with them lot when you were the best in the room, instead of the newbie, the one that doesn't know, the one that appears like they're more of a mess than everyone else, But you see, we can't really heal ourselves. We can't really take it to the next step without allowing ourselves to be around those good people, because those good people, they don't want to hurt us. And they're okay about us being a mess too. They probably got themselves there in exactly the same way. A young girl gently rides a deer. Both the girl and the deer are having fun on their adventure. They're playful and curious. Sometimes we get so caught up in the destination we forget to appreciate the journey. But if we neglect the little things on our path, like soft grass under our feet or the unconditional love of an animal, we're missing out on precious moments. A new friend or acquaintance with a different point of view can help us see things we may have overlooked. New people with different points of view, helping us see what we've overlooked. So much in this reading about new kinds of people, different kinds of people, out of our comfort zone. Five of Pentacles, continuing even and ignoring our comfort zone when it shows up, because it will show up. The temptations will always be around us. We're going, no, I don't need to go back there again. I'm headed into this new, and even though it feels uncomfortable, it's actually there's more comfort there. It's only uncomfortable because the uncomfortability of it is not a warning. It's this is uncomfortable because it's unknown. It's unknown because I haven't experienced good things before, and this is a good thing, and I need to experience this, and I deserve to experience this, and it's not going to be comfortable until I get used to it, and then it'll be comfortable. New experiences, It's kind of weird to have been on this island for 7 years and really I've been single the whole time. I've had boyfriends, but not really. There's nothing been long. Yeah, you got to remember, Arigo, it's a good thing. It's trying to protect us. But we've got to recognize it as that. It's trying to protect us, which isn't the best thing. Well, it can be good, but it isn't the best thing for progression, for our progression. Imagine protecting us from good people, because it's familiar to be around bad people. That's not the kind of protection we want, is it? I'm told to get the heart cards out again. Oh, let's do Lenormand because it's on top of them. Heart card again. Anyone else want a mini read? If you've got one question to ask, book yourself in if you have. There's the link. Evolution. You've got evolution. You realise that obstacles are merely lessons on the path to love. It's evolved time, everybody. And detachment. You're releasing old patterns and ideas that no longer serve your highest ideals of love. It's time to break free of those old places and get into something new for sure. For sure. Let's do some Lenormand and get some more info on all of this. So yeah, it does appear that someone's appeared in my life, and they appeared in my life quite a while ago, in fact. Just on the periphery, but now they just seem to be everywhere, and it's got really good energy. Yeah, so much so that like a few months ago, I was kind of talking to my guides as I'm walking along the beach going, why not someone like that? Didn't think he's available, but why not someone like that? Right energy. Lenormand, what's going on? I'm hoping the Lenormand's going to bring it a little bit down to earth, although it is pretty much down to earth, isn't it? I mean, it's obviously time for something new, but for something new we need to let go of the old. We've got a man, I don't know what he's looking at yet, but the masculine is out first. What else? Fox. Okay, well, this woman with the fox on her shoulder, she's sometimes not what she appears. There's a bit of fear on the masculine's part there, looking at this foxy lady. She's very pretty, but she's got a fox on her shoulder. It's like, is she scary or no? She's scary or not? He's not quite sure. So this might be the slowness of it while he's trying to figure out, is she scary or not? Probably doing the same thing. Is this a scary person or not? I don't know. My ego is saying to be scared of them, but that might be because they're a good person. Because my ego says, yeah, go for this one when they're a bad person. I used to joke, like, put me in a room full of people and I will be attracted to the worst man in the room. Like the one with the most problems. And a stalk, something new is born. Both looking in each other's directions there. Interesting. Tell us about this man then. Tree. What's the tree? Is it well-being or is it community? I can't remember. Health. It's health. It's well-being. Lush green tree exudes health and vitality. This tree of life card reminds us that the closer our connections to nature, the more we nurture our physical and spiritual well-being. With its roots deep in the earth and its branches reaching for the heavens, the Lenormand tree illustrates the vital connections between the elements and all living things. The tree symbolizes humanity's long-term responsibility for stewardship of the environment. The tree teaches us that actions we take today and the choices we make have long-term ramifications. When we nurture ourselves and deepen our relationships, the benefits will be widespread. Deeper relationship. Okay, so this is with the man. He's up for a deeper relationship, nurturing himself more. Long-term ramification decisions. In other words, he's realizing decisions he makes now are very important. He's not going to make them fast. Then, the scythe. The scythe is about cutting stuff out. He's got stuff to cut out, and that's what this reading is all about. I think it's on both parts here. So let's find out about the woman. A foxy woman here. He's looking at, and he's like, he's not so sure if she's scary or not. We might be scary. Stars. Another card out before I read that. Fish. Abundance. Okay, I just want to read the fox out because I think it's less about our feminine energy and more about the way that the masculine spheres are perceiving us. Fox card depicts a conniving creature nuzzling a beautiful woman, posing as a pet or a plaything. The sly fox is a false friend who has tricked this woman into trusting him and letting him close. You see, yeah, I think the masculine has kind of been tricked. Or has he been tricked? Or did he just get into relationships based on looks or whatever and then feel tricked because he had this false conditioning that women should be able to be loving to anyone or something? I don't know. This card indicates that someone you think you know may be manipulating you. So it's wondering whether he's being manipulated. Man has issues. Man has issues, of course. They're going through their own conditioning or getting past their own conditioning, and they're scared too. So he's not allowing himself to be charmed or taken in. Is being vigilant and responsible. He's well aware, and we should all be well aware that attraction is a manipulation. We've got to see it that way. Just because our hormones go, whoa, let's go, doesn't mean anything. It doesn't mean anything. It's based on probably more like evolution or pheromones plus like their genes are different than my genes. It's like it's really not anything to go off. Attraction, it isn't anything to go off at all. It doesn't mean a thing. Like it's important that it's there, but it's not everything, and we can't just go for that. So, yeah, we should be very wary when we like someone. Because then we've got to switch our brains on and decide, like, are they actually good for me? Is this a good person for me? Is this a good match? Are we in alignment with each other? Are we compatible with each other and all of that kind of thing? So you just got to know you're really scary right now to somebody. Stars. For my part, I know nothing with any certainty, but the sight of stars make me dream. I think it's going to be slow progression. Going from fear slowly to trust. The Stars card shows a luminous display of stars scattered across the indigo heavens. Just as the constellations provided confidence and guidance to ancient navigators at sea, the stars card offer clarity and inspiration. If successes seem beyond reach, the appearance of the stars card assures you that your highest aspirations are attainable. The stars provide the light at the end of the tunnel to guide you toward your visions. If you've not even dared to believe in happy endings, this card encourages you to explore new paths, trusting that fate has amazing things in store for you. There is abundance beyond your wildest dreams out there. Reach for the stars. And here we have it, the fish card. Abundance. It's a wonderful thing. The fish is a universal symbol of abundance. Flow of plentiful resources. Let me just see the cards near. No, it doesn't mention the stars. But I mean, it's really good because the stars is like anticipating the really good stuff, abundance. So yeah, this is looking very good. It's looking very good. And the stalk, even better. Birth of something new. Ah! Ring and clover. The birth of something new, what is it? It's a ring. Imagine if someone bought you an engagement ring like that. It's got like children and a house on it. So we're talking commitment. Look. Great cards here, but you've just got to know it's going to be slow to build up from this. Fear to trust. And that's the way it's going to go. It's not like take it slowly. It's not like, I always thought it was going to be like someone asked you out on a date and then you've got to kind of slow things down. It's not that. It's a slow approach coming here. Looking at each other from afar. Learning to trust. It's probably friendship first, I would say. But definitely persevere. It's going to be a slow journey. Whether you've got your eye on someone at the moment, I think this is saying those that are doing the work will be, which is what we're looking for, right? We want someone that's doing the work too. They're going to realize what their issues are. It doesn't mean they're completely free of it and going, hey, new thing. I'm not scared of you at all kind of thing. This is going to be really good. They're not going to be confident like that. They've been doing the work, they're going to be wary because they know themselves and they know. Like, if you've got self-awareness and awareness of how life is, you're going to be wary, and that's a very healthy thing. They're going to be wary, and that's a healthy thing. So it's the one that's coming towards you with trepidation, really. It's a sign. It's always the way, like the ones with the confidence, they're the worst ones. Oh my God, they're the narcissists and all of that, the ones with the confidence. Flower crystal is still relating to the same person and relating to these. We're all relating. Okay, that's what I've got. Thanks everyone for coming along. I'll be putting a pick a card read out later today, and it's going to be the usual Fridays one because I'm not here on Friday. I'm going to the dentist. Well, I'm going to the dentist tomorrow. I'm coming back from the dentist on Friday. So there will be none of this show, nor none of the, there won't be a pick a card read on Friday, but there will be one today. So let's do this all over again on Monday. I hope you have a great rest of the week and weekend too. Any minis booked now will be done in Monday's show next week. So have a good one, everybody. Thanks for coming along again. Don't forget to click like on this video before you click off. And yeah, thanks, Barbara. Yeah, I'm half looking forward to it and half not. Like, I'm not that excited about it this time. I do need to buy some more like high protein pasta. There's a little bit of shopping that I need doing, but I'm not like, yay, I'm going away. It's been a while, 3 or 4 months. We'll see how it is. Thanks everyone. I'll see you next time. Bye.